Hey class, good morning. Welcome to the discussion of the epidemiology, the concepts of epidemiology. Okay, so this topic of epidemiology class and the definition of this is already familiar to you. This is already introduced during your first year subject, MLSP 1, and naulit siya in the CPHM. Okay, but then again, okay, uulitin natin. Okay, yung definition ng epidemiology. So, it is said that, or it is defined as the study of the distribution and determinants of a health-related states among a specified population. So, pag naririnig natin yung word na epidemiology class, no, it's basically that we are dealing not just doon sa transmission ng particular disease but also doon sa pattern. Okay, sa pattern kung paano natatransmit, paano na-acquire yung particular disease. Okay, so yun yung study of the distribution na tinutukoy. Okay, and then yung sa determinants naman in the epidemiology class, no, this is the one or this is people. Okay, this is a individual, a human being class that are susceptible or might acquire or they are to be infected. Okay, kapag determinants, class in epidemiology, ito daw yung maaring mga at risk, maaring maka-acquire, ma-infect, susceptible, or getting affected by a particular disease. Okay, whether it is a communicable or non-communicable disease. Okay, and also class, no, in the epidemiology, inaalam din dito that why this particular group of people, why this particular people are affected by this particular disease and why not the general population. Okay? So ultimately, class, kung titignan natin in a broad venture ang epidemiology, okay, it is a investigative area. Okay, it is a investigative area in a public health class that they used a data, okay, data that have been gathered, okay, to come up with a control measures, interventions, or health programs, okay, to solve or to address, okay, the health problems, okay, and also class, no, in epidemiology, it looks on how often, okay, a disease occurs in a different group of people at bakit. Okay, and class, in the epidemiology, there are three that is typically questions, or there are typically three questions. Okay, or it's typically asked the questions of, first is the what questions, no, what kind of people that is getting affected by this particular disease. Okay, and second questions is why. Okay, why those particular group of people are getting affected, why not the general population. Okay, and last questions that is being asked in a epidemiology class is how. How we can find out what is generally the best way or procedure, okay, to treat the people with the disease. Okay. So these are the purposes. Okay, some other of here I'll I already mentioned it, okay, that in a disease class, the epidemiology purpose in a public health practice, no, that in epidemiology class, no, dinedetermine, inaalam yung distributions in which is pasok po doon yung di-discover kung anong agent, kung anong klaseng microorganism, okay, ang maaring nag-cause nung disease, nung particular disease na yon. Okay, sino yung susceptible host. Okay, ano yung maaaring environmental factors na kung bakit na-expose yung individual from that microorganism. Okay, and also it determines the relative importance of causes of illness or disability and death of a particular disease. And also class ito determinants. Okay, they identify those segments of the population that have the greatest risk or mga susceptible from a specific causes of ill health. Okay, and also class epidemiology. Okay, it used in a public health practice in evaluating the effectivity or the effectiveness of a health programs and services. Okay, 'di ba in a CPHM meron doon yung health programs na diniscuss, no? Pagkarami-raming mga health programs that are available in our country. Class na, yung mga yun class, ini-evaluate pa rin yun na okay, if that health programs is still effective, meron bang kailangan baguhin sa kanya? Meron bang kailangang i-enhance? Meron bang kailangang idagdag from that health programs, no, para mas maging effective pa siya in the community? Okay. Next presentation class is this is a basically a presentation that shows us okay the general step that is being followed in solving a health problems. Okay, so we have 4 steps class. First step is the data collection. Okay, the data collection, so dito pumapasok yung surveillance. Pag merong umusbong na particular disease, okay, inaalam ano yung disease na yon, kailan nangyari, saang lugar, sino yung na-infect. Okay, data surveillance. Second is the assessment, okay, or inference. Okay, inaalam yung initial impression, okay, of the current status ng particular disease na yun, and also the infected individual. Okay, that dito pumapasok sa step 2 class yung tinatawag na descriptive type of epidemiology. Okay, the descriptive type of epidemiology. And then, class is the hypothesis testing or the step 3. Okay, that this determines on how and why questions. Paano na-infect? Okay, paano na-introduce? Okay, paano nagkaroon ng particular disease? Bakit? Anong nangyari? Okay, bakit merong pag-usbong ng particular disease na yan? Okay, and the last step is the actions or ito yung interventions or development ng health programs. Okay, or mga control measures para hindi dumami o lumobo yung particular disease na yun o yung health problems na yun. Okay? Okay, so before we go to the disease causation class, no, please do remember that, okay, huwag kakalimutan na in epidemiology, no, the main goals of that naman kasi, or the main goals of the epidemiology class is para ma-prevent yung disease from its occurring. Okay, para ma-prevent na hindi ma-prevent yung disease na mag-occur. Okay? And also class, no, to understand on how to prevent the complications once that disease is occurred. Okay? So, in the disease causation class, no, there are different beliefs or theory na kung saan daw nagmula ang disease. Okay? So una is the theory of the unang theory ng disease causation class is the primitive one, the primitives theory or the old theory, okay? Or ito rin yung tinatawag na folkloric theory. Kasi daw class dito kapag nagkasakit ang tao, okay? Excuse me. Kapag nagkasakit daw tao, that is because of the possession of the evil spirits. Okay, that the possession of the evil spirits, it could be a form of punishment. Okay, and then if the infected individual, okay, is going to the recovery phase, okay, that is because of the possession naman daw ng good spirits. Okay, kapag pagaling na yung taong may sakit, that is a possession of a good spirits. Okay, so kaya siya tinawag na folkloric. Okay, kasi may mga ganung paniniwala, sapi-sapi, possession. Okay, that kapag may sakit ka, na-possess ka ng evil spirits, that is also could be a form of punishment. Okay, control measures that being done in this theory, the folkloric theory class is including sacrifices and casting out demons. Okay, di ba kung alam yung mga kulto-kulto, yung mga alay-alay, ganon, no, kailangang mag-sacrifice. Okay, so that this is the folkloric theory or the old theory. The second class is the filth theory and the bad air theory, the third and the second and third, no? Yung sa filth or these two class, okay, these two theories, the filth theory and bad air, ang pinaka-concept lang nito class is yung pagiging neatness, okay? Cleanliness. Okay? Neatness, cleanliness, and the sanitation in the environment. Okay, yun lang ang pinaka-concept nitong dalawang theory na to is the cleanliness, the neatness, and sanitation in the environment. Or in the environment. Okay? Okay, the other theory class ng pinagmulan ng disease, okay, is the germ or the bacteriological theory. Okay, that dito class, no, si Robert Koch class, no, that he is a he is a bacteriologist, okay, that confirmed the claim of Louis Pasteur class that ang disease is due to a microscopic forms of life o yung tinatawag na germs. Okay, or organisms. Okay, yung disease daw could be due to the presence of germs or organisms. Okay, and also class, no, in the germ or bacteriological theory, it measures to destroy and remove the bacteriological cause such as disinfection. Okay, ini-inhibit yung the wall synthesis ng bacteria. Okay, disinfection such as yan, kasi yung pag-a-apply ng alcohol. Okay, or hand rub. Okay, also fumigation. Okay, and general cleanliness. Kasama ang general cleanliness class in this theory kasi okay, the more that hindi ka clean in your environment, the more you will get exposed, okay, to organisms that might strive hard na that might grow or mag-survive in a maruming environment. Okay, bacteriology class, no, this explain the origins and spread of the communicable diseases, in which this bacteriology class is one of your major subjects once you go into the second semester of your second year, no, that this is will be focused on a different or maraming klase ng bakterya. Okay, paaralin kung saan nagmula, ano yung maaaring niyang method of transmission. Okay, paano siya naihawan, na ipapasa, paano siya maaring magamot. Okay, sa Bhakti section yun, inaalam yung origins and yung possible spread of that communicable diseases. Okay. Okay, so si Robert Koch class, as I've said, no, is a bacteriologist. Okay, meron siyang na-postulate, okay, or parang in experimentations or para malaman kung what causes a particular disease class, no. So si Robert Koch class, no, dinetermine niya. Okay? Kaya siya nakapag-formulate ng 4 na principle. Okay, si Robert Koch class that okay, meron siyang mga studies regarding with the tuberculosis and anthrax, no? At kasama sa pinag-aralan niya kung ano yung kino-cause na disease nung organisms na yon. Okay? And then class etong finormulate niya, okay, na principles or postulates class that this in attempt in defining what is infectious disease. Okay, kaya na-formulate niya tong apat na rules na to or the Koch postulates that establish the causal relationship. Okay, that establish the causal relationship. Okay, between the infectious agent and the host that is suffering from that A disease. Okay? So, yung unang kanyang postulates or principles class, that the agent must be shown to be present in every case of the disease by isolation in a pure culture. Okay? In which class, ang minimin niya dyan or sa madaling salita, okay, yung organism, yung pathogens na maaring ma-isolate, okay, from the host that is suffering from that particular disease. Okay, that the agent must be shown to be present o yung infectious agent na yun, okay, ay maaari mong ma-isolate from that individual who's suffering that disease. Okay, the second, that the agent must not be found in cases of other disease. Okay, or the organisms class, this can be cultured in the laboratory. Okay, na yung taong nagsasuffer from that particular disease class, kukuha ka ng sample niya and then magpapatubo ka in a pure culture. Na dapat din class, aminin itong sa postulates number 2 that the agent must not be found in cases or of other diseases in which is dapat kung ano lang yung kinukos na sakit ng agent na yun, ng microorganisms na yun, doon mo lang din dapat siya makikita. Okay? Or doon lang din, yun lang din dapat ang kinukos niya na disease. Okay? Then once isolated, okay, the agent must be capable of reproducing the disease in a experimental animals. Gagamit ng mostly rats. Okay, i-inject doon yung microorganism na nag-cause ng sakit doon sa tao. Okay, that the agent must be recovered also from that experimental animal. Okay, para matest. Okay, so the last that the pathogen must be re-isolated from the new host. Okay, from the new host and shown to be the same as the originally inoculated pathogen. Okay. Okay, but this four postulates class will be more deeply tackled to you pagdating yun ng bacti subjects. Okay, but meron dito modifications ng etong sa postulates 2 that the agent must not be found in cases of other disease. Kailangan daw kung ano lang kinukos ng organisms na yon na disease, dun mo lang din siya pwedeng ma-isolate. But ngayon class, hindi na. Kasi merong mga dahil sa sobrang dami na, no, ng mga organisms that could infect human beings, class, no. So maraming magkakaparehas na ng signs and symptoms. Okay, so merong modifications 'yun. Okay, meron din naman kasing mga class, mga organisms na pwedeng hindi mo ma-isolate, hindi mo mapatubo. Okay? So also there is a concept of multiple causation class. Okay, that the disease is a result from the interaction of a multiple factors within a dynamic system that is made up of an agent, okay, of the Okay, sorry. So in the concept of multiple causations class, no, hindi lang maaring iisa. Okay, hindi lang iisa yung cause kung bakit mayroong disease. Okay, that this could be because of aside from the organisms, plus is also the host and the environment. Okay, kaya multiple causation, hindi lang isa ang maaaring naging cause nung disease na iyon. Okay, that could be aside from the organisms, maaring dahil doon sa immune system ng individual host or no susceptible host. Okay, tapos yung environment pa. Okay, kung the more na kung madumi yan, the more na you will get more exposed into a organism or into a pathogens. Okay. So also class, aside from the different disease causation, meron ding models of a disease causation. So una, meron tayo yung web. Okay, the web model that this states that effects never depend on a single isolated causes. Okay, but rather develop as the result of chains of causation. Okay, ibig sabihin, hindi lang iisang maaring maging cause, maraming factors, kaya web. Okay, kaya siya parang web-like structures. Okay, maraming cause kung bakit na-develop or bakit na-acquire or na-infect ng certain disease na iyon. Okay, it could be result of a complex genealogy and antecedents, or yun nga, pwedeng hereditary, pwedeng problem with the genes. Okay, so this is an example of web, okay, model of the causation, cardiovascular diseases. Okay, so dito class, no, bakit nga ba nag-lead into bakit nga ba nade-develop yung sakit sa puso? Okay, that is could be because of a lifestyle. Okay, so if you are one that mahilig mag-consume ng mga fatty foods, no, mga high fat food content, okay, that would cause a hyperlipidemia, no, mataas na lipids in the blood. Okay, na yun nga, ito ay maaaring caused by a diet. Okay, sa sobrang hilig ng mga salty food, fatty foods, tapos mga pagkain matataas ang total calories. Okay, that is also maaari din na there's a physical inactivity. Okay, tapos stress that could cause a hormonal imbalance kung bakit tumataas yung lipid content in the blood. Okay, heredity, okay, could be because of a genes. Okay, or it could be kung ang lolo't lola mo ay merong, let's say, merong sakit sa puso, no? So there is a high chance or possible that you will develop that also condition. Okay, kapag hindi na control yung mga dapat kontrolin na factors. Okay, that the increased lipids in the blood class could cause these three. Okay, yung hypertension class, this is a not disease. Okay, this is a manifestation only. Okay, manifestation only na merong problem in the body. Okay, and then class, okay, as I've said, pag mataas ang lipid class, no, this could arise a two conditions. Okay? There are maraming class na, but common is these two. Okay, the atherosclerosis and the coagulation clot lysis. Yung atherosclerosis na to class, no, this is build up of a fatty material doon sa blood vessels, doon sa wall ng blood vessels natin. Na in which is class, alam niyo ba na yung mga nako-consume nating mga matatabang pagkain, matatabang meat, okay? Mga high fat meat class, no, na yun yung nagiging cause ng pagtaas ng lipids in the serum, at yung mga taba na yun class ng ayan, katulad ng pagkain ng baboy, no, taba ng baboy, taba ng baka class, no, na yun class, hindi yun sila madaling matunaw inside our body, hindi yan mabilis ma-metabolize ng ating katawan. Okay, kaya nagkakaroon ng build up ng fatty material na iyan. Okay, that build up of fatty material class, no, could cause a thrombosis or hemorrhage. Okay, na maaari dahil merong pamumuo, okay, pamumuo ng fatty material na ito in the walls of blood vessels class, na maaring mag-cause ng coagulation clot lysis. Okay? Or kumbaga class, no, dahil hindi na nakakadaloy ng maayos yung dugo because of the build up of fatty material, so ang nangyari, na i-impede, 'di ba, yung pagdaloy ng dugo. So mag-aano lang yan class, hindi kasi automatically nababalik yung dugo, no, kapag sinarado yung dadaluyan niya. No, ang mangyari lang, just magkukumpul-kumpulan lang sila doon sa build up na fatty material na iyon. Okay, na hanggang sila ay mag-clot na lang doon. Okay, that could lead to this type of disease, no? Nangyari ang myocardial infarction and angina pectoris class. Okay, kapag merong maliit, kahit maliit lang, okay, maliit lang na hemorrhage, okay, or maliit lang na clot, okay, na mapunta yan sa arteries in our heart class, no, na yun yung magkakos kung bakit maaring makat or hindi sufficient yung ma-provide na oxygen, no, na which is yun ay dala-dala ng ating RBCs, no, kaya maaring mag-cause ng coronary heart disease. Coronary heart disease, ayan, maaring hindi naka-receive ng enough oxygen ang ating heart, or ang ating brain. Okay? Merong cut off, merong naging cause kung bakit naputol yung supply ng oxygen, okay, into the heart. Okay? And then thrombosis and hemorrhage, ayan, kapag merong bleeding. Okay? Pag merong bleeding na nangyari, thrombosis, yung pamumuo ng dugo. Okay? The next class is also a example of web causation ng myocardial infarction. Basta dito class, no, tandaan nyo lang yung concept na kapag web-like causation of a disease, no, is meron siyang, hindi lang isa yung naging cause, okay, na na-develop yung certain or yung particular disease na yun. Okay? So, maaaring dahil because of the host immune system or because of the environmental factors. Okay, so now we go to the epidemiologic lever. That is another model for a disease causation. Okay. So in here class, no, meron yung parang seesaw, okay, parang seesaw na the host and the agent are at the opposite ends nung hypothetical lever na yon. Okay, well, the environment class yung magsiserve ng balance or yung will serve as a fulcrum. Okay, that class, yung disease could result from if there is an imbalance between the disease agent and the susceptible man. Okay, so ito class epidemiologic level na to, this is a modified this is another or tinatawag din siyang epidemiological triangle. Okay, that dito class, if there is a imbalance between the two, the disease agent and the susceptible man, no, na dun kung bakit nade-develop. Okay, nade-develop yung disease. Okay, the nature and extent of the imbalance depends on the nature and characteristics of the host and the agent. Okay, and the characteristic of the two are influenced considerably by the conditions of their environment. So, ito yung class na, the epidemiologic lever. Okay, yung agent and the host is on the opposite ends. Tapos, ang nagbabalance ay si environment. Okay, that if there is a imbalance between these two class na, ayan, maaring may mag-cause, maaring ma-develop yung disease, yung particular disease. Okay, ito yung epidemiologic triangle naman class, that this is a graphic demonstration ng relationship between the agent, between the environment, and the individuals and the host. Okay, the host. Okay, the modified form of the epidemiologic lever. Okay, so next